for the announcement of this important legislation today. I believe that our golden years should be a time of peace, happiness, and relaxation, especially as we emerge from COVID-19 pandemic that has hurt so many of our seniors. Many seniors choose to retire right here in the Sunshine State, and I certainly understand why. As we know, with age comes knowledge, but also comes increased health risks and challenges, especially for seniors who want to live independently. So tomorrow, I am reintroducing the Senior Accessible Housing Act to provide our elders with the resources they need to age in place safely. The Senior Accessible Housing Act would give folks up to $30,000 to cover modifications to make their homes safer, just like Jackie and Bill did with this ramp right here to my left. It could also cover widening doorways and installation of handrails, grab bars, no-step bathing, and non-slip flooring. Even though $30,000 seems like a lot, this bill would actually save taxpayer dollars because more people will be able to stay in their home longer and safely. That means less Medicare spending on preventable injuries and less Medicaid spending for nursing homes. For more on the need of this legislation, I want to introduce Arlene Grosso. Arlene is the chair of the Pinellas County Home Modification Coalition. Arlene.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi, it's such a pleasure to be here. This is such an important day to announce this. Every week we see people who cannot afford to safely stay in their home. They call the fire department to get in and out because they can't afford a ramp. They go to sleep at night wondering, how am I going to get out of here in case of a fire? Will the fire department come in time? Originally, this act was introduced with a tax credit. Now it's a refundable tax credit, so that people who cannot afford these modifications will be able to get them. People always ask me, how much do falls cost? Well, the CDC in 2018 said that $50 billion was spent on medical costs associated with non-fatal falls. That's a lot of money. $12 billion of that was private payer out-of-pocket costs, but our government, through Medicaid and Medicare, picked up the other $38 billion, and that was only in 2018. 10,000 seniors are turning 65 every day. We're reigning seniors. So the more people, the more falls, the older we get, the more susceptible we are. This is one of the most important pieces of legislation out there. Not only will it save lives, it will save dollars and save people from a lot of suffering and pain. So thank you, Congressman Crist, for doing this. It is truly one of the largest gifts we could give our senior community.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Arlene. I also am proud to introduce Lori Collins. She's with Local 911 to speak about the bill and its savings. Thank you, Lori.
So it's so important for us to be able to protect our seniors and to be able to live in their homes safely. In the 911 center, the second largest number of calls that we get is for falls. And so being able to reduce those is one of our priorities at the 911 center. And so over the last 4 years that we've worked in conjunction with the home modification group, the fall prevention group, the fire departments, and all of our partners, we've been able to have a steady decrease in the number of calls that we get to 911 for falls. That means that less people are going to the hospital, less people are being injured. And again, we know that once you fall and have a devastating injury, it's so hard to come back from that. So to be able to have our seniors live fall free and to be protected and age in home is the most important thing that we can do and that we focus on at 911 with our partners. So thank you again to Congressman Crist for allowing us to be part of this.
Thank you. You know, we previously introduced this legislation in 2017, but have a new Senate and a new president. So I'm more optimistic than ever that we can get this done and bring it across the finish line. I now want to hand the mic over to our hosts, Jackie and Bill, who've been working to modify their home and hear their story. Jackie and Bill, please.
Good morning. So when we first went to the office to ask for permission to put this in, the manager at that time asked me who in the house needed the ramp. And I said, I do. And she goes, you look just fine. I said, I have 2 hip replacements and I have 3 discs pressing on my back. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. And in my opinion and my husband's, we had the finances to be able to do that at the time. And I have not regretted it a bit. It would have been wonderful if this bill had passed when we were doing it. But I really hope it goes forward, because I live in this park. I see people that have fallen and that should have ramps and don't. So I'm really hoping people take this seriously. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jackie. Certainly appreciate your comments. In closing, I want to thank all of you for sharing your experiences with us today. Very grateful to each and every one of you. I think it's clear that during this health and economic crisis, we should be doing all we can to give seniors and persons with disabilities every advantage possible. That's what the Senior Accessible Housing Act is all about. So let's get it done. If y'all have any questions, we'll do our best to answer them. Alrighty then. Y'all have a great morning. God bless you all.
And you are running for governor, right? Thank you for your support.
That's up to you.
Listen, it's already past that.
Well, I would appreciate your input.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Honey, please get him out.
Okay. Maybe we can ask somebody to.
Oh.
What are?
Well, if you stay in touch.
Yes, absolutely, darling. Thank you, darling. My daughter actually has your personal number.